I think it just can bring us all together as a team, especially with all the new guys. That's kind of how we're looking at it, it's a way just to bond in a different, setting that we're not used to. So it should be pretty fun just to experience a new culture, a new way of life with the guys that we're going to be playing with next year.
Same thing, kind of what he's going off of with the new guys coming in. I think it'll be good to get a feel as a team playing together, and just like with these practices, that's what we've been trying to do, really get a feel for each other, and the new experience would be cool.
Have either of you been out of the country before?
I have once.
Yeah, I went to Italy my junior year of high school.
Kyle, last year we saw you get some spot minutes. This year it seems, with Keita and Jay Sean both gone, you really have some big minutes to fill. In what areas have you seen your game improve this offseason, and what are you looking to bring to the table this year as your minutes are going to increase?
Yeah, I've just really been trying to focus on, some of the things that I might have struggled with last year, ball handling, shooting, passing, just things like that. So I've seen my game in those areas take some big strides. So yeah.
CJ mentioned when we talked to him a couple weeks ago that he had kind of taken you under his wing and trying to get your confidence up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Just how has that transition been? Just trying to, because you were a highly recruited guy and getting your confidence up, and how has that relationship with CJ maybe helped you this offseason?
Oh, it's huge for sure. Just knowing I think that's why this team's so special. Everyone's behind each other. Confidence he has in me now. He's always talking to me. Just keep going, keep pushing, all that good stuff. Even last year with Keita and JT, kind of the same thing. I was always taking, just little things from Keita every practice. He would give me little tips, stuff like that, and that's kind of what CJ's been doing. So it's been really helpful in this transition this summer.
Kyle, your name was already starting to be talked about a little bit more by Coach Holtmann during the tournament. Were you starting to turn that corner and develop even back then, or has it just been a little bit more this offseason?
I think kind of both. I saw myself through last year just getting more comfortable, and that with the help of all these guys and stuff, it's the same thing I was just saying. But the end of the year, started playing a little bit better through practices, stuff like that, getting used to the offense, all that stuff. So it's been good, but this has been a big summer so far, and it's been fun.
When you look back at it now and evaluate that first year of the program, was it frustrating? Do you consider it a success for the lessons? How do you, when you look back on it, what does it mean to you?
Oh, I had a great year last year. I loved it. With the team success, the relationships I built with these guys. It might have been individually some personal ups and downs throughout the year, but overall, just completely enjoyed it. We had really good success as a team.
You guys have some big pieces coming in the next couple of years. Just big news the other day. What is about this program that is appealing right now? What do you see? You'll be leaving, I guess, but when they're coming in. But what is it about the place and the coaching staff?
I think Coach Holt's doing a really good job of just getting the right guys in here, just based on the past and the kind of names that we've got in the past. It's always like a hot program, and the way Coach Holt came in here and turned the culture around pretty fast, and the way, I guess you could say, how it looked enjoyable to play with everyone on the team last year. So I guess that is the biggest piece in the family aspect of off the court is the biggest thing as well. We kind of do everything together, whether it's just eat or whatever. So outside of basketball, it's really like a bond that we'll have forever.
Kind of what he went off of too. I think there's just a lot of excitement behind it now. The new coaching staff coming in, I think Holtmann's doing a great job. And it's kind of like we talked about the culture of everything. Everyone willing to come in here, work hard, 10 toes in, all that good stuff. So I think there's a lot of excitement about what's to come in the future and with all that.
Anything specific about Coach Holtmann that sort of attracts you? That really stands out?
It's kind of still new for us because we had the same experience with him, with it being 1 year. But I just like the way he does things and the patience that he has with not only myself, kind of being an older guy, but with the young guys as well. He knows when to pick and choose his spots to coach and when to kind of let you figure things out on your own.
Yeah, I would say just his drive. He's ready to work hard every day. In practices, everything, no matters what he's doing. You go have a meeting with him in his office. He's always spot on with everything, and I think that's important for a head coach.
CJ, with the seniors gone from last year and all the new guys in the gym this year, is there a different feel as far as you can see? Does it seem more like maybe you're starting from square one with, I don't want to say fundamental, just more ground to cover than you had last year with all the experience?
Yeah, definitely. Just the way we do things in practice. We have all the new freshmen and the transfers, so we kind of have to, I guess you could say, teach a little bit more slow of how we do things here. But I mean, they've responded well. It's no issue with any of them, and they've been accepting to learning, and we've been learning from them as well. They came in with an open mind to get better, and so it's always easy to work with new teammates like that.
I also wonder if both of you could answer what difference has Coach Q's training regimen having you for a full off season? What's it made? What difference has it made for you as far as strength, agility, your weight, your body fat, things like that?
The biggest, everyone's different. So the biggest thing for me personally was just being able to move and being more flexible and able to move my body in more ways. And so that's what we've been focusing on. And so with Q being, who he is, he's always going to stay on to you, but he's going to work you. But you also love kind of the way he does it because you're getting his best, so you want to give him your best. And when it's that type of relationship, it's always good.
What about you, Kyle?
Yeah, I'd say the same thing. Just the very specific training to each and every individual person is important because he takes into account, everyone's strengths, weaknesses, everything, little injuries, stuff like that, and make sure he works around it. Another thing he's really been focusing on is, like you said, body fat, things like that. And, we do our bod pods and our DEXA scans and all that and keep track of it. So I think that's really helpful too.
I guess for both of you, but just a little bit more on this trip. If you could peg down maybe one or two things, and this is for both of you to answer, but if you could peg down maybe one or two things you think is the biggest takeaway from doing this, from going overseas and playing, games there and team building, what's the win? Where do you think you come back a better team?
I would just say relationships is the biggest things. We have, like we mentioned before, all the new guys, and they have to learn each other, and we have to learn them. And I can still learn more about Kyle, even though we were here last year. So just team bonding is probably the biggest thing that I would consider I look forward to. So
the same, kind of just chemistry on and off the court, kind of what CJ's talking about. It's a trip. We get to go out there and play a couple big games against some really good teams, and we're going to become more comfortable with each other on the court as we are off the court because we're going to have time to go view places, do all that kind of good stuff. So it'll be good.
Could you explain a little bit sort of what your role is as players when the program's hosting official visitors? Just like in general, what do you all try to do when you have a kid coming in for a visit?
We just try to make him feel like he's part of the team for that week, basically. Like I know last week they went on to the water park and just different things like that, things that we would do normally if it was just us team. So we just want to, when they come in, make them feel how it would normally be and just kind of put them with us for that short amount of time that they're there.
Yeah, it gives us a chance to feel out that specific recruit too, how he fits with us. And we like he said, we try to make him feel as comfortable as possible with us, but we also are trying to feel him out and making sure he fits in with us too.
Is it a difficult thing to do because it's not like you have a lot of time to figure out whether or not you hit it off with a guy, or can you tell right away maybe whether or not it's the right fit?
Usually you can tell, but the way the coaches have recruited and the high character guys that they bring in, it's usually never been a problem or an issue like getting along with everyone or anything like that.
Can you be too aggressive? Like, can you, I don't know, try to push Ohio State's agenda a little too hard in a way that it becomes off-putting? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I think you don't want to be too aggressive in that way, just because it could make him uncomfortable, or whoever it is, it could just make him uncomfortable if you're trying to force him into it too much. So just try to feel him out and have a good time, and that's about it.
With all of the new players, the freshmen and the transfers, do you feel like this trip to Spain is kind of, with all the games you'll be playing, is this kind of throwing them into the fire, kind of them getting the team chemistry with them kind of going earlier so you can be ready for the regular season start?
Yeah, I think that actually helps a little bit better, just so when preseason rolls around, we're almost like a step ahead together-wise, and going through practices, the long month of practice before the actual season starts.
Kyle, a lot of people say the biggest confidence jump for a player comes from the freshman and sophomore year. Do you feel a lot different now that you've been through the rigors for a year? Do you feel going into the second year, do you feel a lot different?
Yeah, I would say, I would feel more comfortable right now, learning everything. You just come in your first year and you're kind of getting the feel for everything and just learning all the new aspects of everything. But yeah, for sure, I'm just still trying to work on my game and be consistent. So, it just comes second nature when I get out there and just got to keep working on it.
One more for each of you on Hugh's training regimen. Had either one of you done yoga before you met him? And what was your reaction to it when he tried to introduce you to it?
Good.
I think I did it like once, but it wasn't anything serious. But it's actually like a lot tougher than you would think. Than I guess like when you first think of when someone says yoga, it's a lot tougher. Especially going through it a couple times a week, it'll get you sore. Yeah.
Yeah, I had done it a few times before in high school with a couple of my trainers, but I feel like when we did it here, it was a little tougher than it was the first time I did it. But it was good. You feel better the next day, and in the upcoming days, I think it helps with the soreness and all that good stuff.
So, CJ, what did you think when you heard the word? You said it's different than when you hear the word yoga. What did you think it was?
I just thought it was like a bunch of stretching and then just laying down, breathing, but it was not.
What's the toughest move for you?
Like I'm not really like flexible, so like being on my hands and knees with my feet in the air it's not a good look for me.
How about you, Kyle? What's toughest?
Anything that I don't know, I'm not really good at the same thing, being flexible, so anything that you have to like get real low and bend over and all that good stuff, it's pretty tough, but we're getting better at it.
Kyle, when you came here last summer, did you have a pretty good idea of what the season might look for you just because of Keita's presence and how good he is and I guess the jump people expected him to make last year?
Yeah, for sure, a little bit, but all I was trying to do is just come in and work hard every day, and that's what I'm trying to do now, and you see where that takes you.
Was that like a hard thing to come to grips with early on, that maybe you won't be playing that much?
No, like I was just saying, you just got to take it day by day, work hard, and we were having really good team success, so every day being along with that, and it was a really enjoyable year.
And when you were able to play, and you had some games where you had double-digit minutes, how much of what you did last year, or were asked to do last year, is maybe a reflection of what you hope to do in a different, maybe more comfortable position this year?
I would just say how I was effective on the boards, defensively. I'd like to be a little bit more of an offensive presence this year, of course. But yeah, just like how I was with rebounding, defensively, stuff like that last year, I hope to carry over this year and then build on that.
Guys, Team Scarlet and Gray has been on campus the past couple of weeks working out together. And when you talk to them, they talk about a brotherhood and sort of a fraternity of basketball players. Are you guys having enough fun that you can imagine coming back 10 years after you graduate and hooping it up in the gym just for kicks and giggles?
I could definitely see it, especially with this team and this past team that just moved on. Just the bond that we have. We talk literally every day, all day, just about whatever. Usually, most times it's not even about basketball. So, just that to share, I guess a common ground in almost everything that we do. I could definitely see us back here a couple of years down the road.
Yeah, for sure. Even starting last year too, it was easy to come in and build relationships with each and every player, and I think that was important. Everyone was super nice and friendly, and no one has like a hidden agenda or anything like that, you could say. And then this team this year too, we're already really comfortable with each other, and yeah, we're gonna build on that and go from there.
Have those guys made you welcome in their fraternity? They're sort of Thad Matta's players and you're Holtman's players, and I'm wondering if there's a generation divide, a coaching divide, or if they've made you feel like, if once you graduate, you're welcome here too.
Yeah, I mean, it'll kind of always be that, just because, you know, we got recruited by different coaches. But I mean, at this point, we're past that. We're all Holtman guys, so we just all have the same goal at the end of the day, and we all want to just win for each other and for the program.
Who's the coolest guy you've seen? Doesn't have to be a member of Team Sterling, right? I'm just curious.
The coolest guy? I don't know. Have you seen any of those cars out there?
It's the same thing.